divine thoughts and ideas. It says, I recognized and exercised the creative power of divine ideas and right thinking. I mean, this is the whole key to it. You walk around with this thing on top of your shoulders. If you had to take it off, you'd probably leave it at home every day and have to go back and get it. Your head is what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, if we didn't have it attached, wouldn't we forget it? Absolutely. We forget everything else. My stepmother had to put a smiley face on her back door to remind her to put her teeth in. Because her teeth. Because she has a bridge in the back, and when she smiled, and I said, put a smiley face on the garage door, and then whenever you walk out, you will remember. Do I have my teeth? It's the little things in life. But the mind is a gateway through which truth finds entrance into our consciousness. What's happening is all of the books, everything that you've been reading all of these years, the 2012, the shift in consciousness, it's here. Okay? It's here. It's absolutely here. And we are now engaged in the greatest spiritual awakening and shift in consciousness that has ever come in the last 2,000 years. We are finally getting it. We are finally realizing and recognizing that the brain, the mind, has more capacities and capabilities that are our birthright, that somebody along the line told us we can't use them. It's not possible. Because plain and simple, in a nutshell, they wanted control. They wanted control over you. They had little control over the empire. Now we're going back 2,000 years. But in order for you to completely understand our spiritual evolution and journey, it's imperative that you learn history. It's imperative. And now it's all come into the light. Now the things that they are teaching in school, our indigo children are going, that ain't right. I know that's not right. And so they make them sit in class, and they shove this down their throats, and if they daydream or if they're bored, they're ADD, ADH, that's it. Let's take them out of the box, put them somewhere. They're too high maintenance. Instead of the educational system making a space for these children, not an outcast space, not ISS, which is in school suspension. And you know what? They gave this about 3 years ago. My granddaughter was, I believe, just in the first grade. And because her parents were late, they put my granddaughter in ISS. That makes a lot of sense to me. Totally, completely, doesn't it you? Put the parent in ISS.
Yeah.
It's not the kid's fault that they were late and things happen, and you all know that things do happen. But it's not giving into fear right now. I understand that there is something going around the internet that next week that we're having a visitation, which is not unusual. Okay, we have visitations all the time, extraterrestrial that is. Secondly, that they're going to shut down all communication, cell phones, and once again, we need to stock up with water. We're Floridians. Okay? We don't stock up for water when there's a category 4 headed our way. Are you kidding me? And plus the fact, we do the work. I have told you how many times, how many years have we been given the 411 on storms? Whether we to evacuate, whether you were not to evacuate. Some people disregarded my suggestion. I'm not the burning bush. I just made suggestions. Well, my guides tell me we don't need to leave. And they headed right into the storm. I mean, absolutely right into the storm. So many of them, it's the panic and the fear. Now, I'm not saying that's not evacuate the keys. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not saying wait until the last moment. I'm saying when there's a storm forming, and you find out about it, you call, and if there's a machine that answers and says, run, do not walk to the next state, then you're okay. Because we have not been led erroneous information in all of the years that we have been connected to this Council of Light, who remains anonymous. We don't need sandwich signs here to stomp through, well, I'm Saint Germain and I'm Saint Michael and I'm doing this and I'm that. I've told you a million times, people who are awake, the real healers, the people that work in truth and in the light, know who you are. You don't have to come in here and bring a Bible or the Course in Miracles or your Reiki certificate or any of that. I know you. I spot you right away. And you wanna put chalk across that board? Do it and come in and tell me how special you are. And tell me all the accreditations and everything that you have and all that. I'm like, yeah. You and your dog Toto. Because that's the way it is now. They've made it so accessible to get around having to have a gypsy license. You get ordained. And now I'm getting a little bit of, I don't want to use the word harassment. I really don't care for that word. But there's some challenges that are coming, about eligibility and things like that, and it just kind of makes me wonder. We've been viable, reputable since 1962. We got exemption 9 years ago. We're examined 4 years ago, and now again here it comes. And I'm like, Hillsborough County doesn't do this, so I just want to know what the rules are so that I can play them. How can you play a game when you don't know the rules? You're going to lose every time. Because I say, oh, well, we forgot to tell you that ace trumps everything. Well, thank you very much. Of course you're going to lose because you don't know by what rules they're playing, and nobody has an answer for you. Anybody going through that? But every thought is living creative energy. Everything you think, you manifest. The universe is there at your disposal. It's like the transponder thing on Star Trek. You go in there and you tell them what you want for lunch. And boom, they make it. And it's not a pill form, and it's not a shake. You put your order in and the universe delivers. Now, there's a delivery time, I'll admit that. There always is like a lag time, You ask for something, but your prayer is not supposed to be petitionary. You're not supposed to ask for stuff. You ask for things like world peace and for abundance in your life and the things that are naturally yours. You want to go around and you want to be the victim, the universe will support that. You can live in Victimville all you want. There's plenty of room. There's vacancies all over the place. How many times are you going to tell your story? We're all acting out our own scripts. You're the one that planned your life, not me. I just agreed, okay, I'll meet you in Tampa, Florida, a place called Harmony. And will you remember me? Oh, I won't forget you.